Shalom, shalom. This is like the third time I'm trying to make this video, and I'm going to upload proof that they were trying to say that with Wi-Fi and a strong connection, I was unable to upload that video. And that's great because that lets me know that the message I have for you all, which we'll get out, is a great message. And so I want to title this message "Deception." And so many of you, I shouldn't say many, but those of you who have been following me, I appreciate you. And if you have taken a look at the last week and a half I've had with the videos I've been posting, you can attest to the heavy psyop, the heavy spiritual warfare, the seps, the traps that they have been setting for all of us. A lot of people are going through the direct energy weapons. A lot of people may have had a heightened and ailments, so on and so forth. And so it really lets you know that we are coming together and they are threatened by that. And so in the theme of deception, I want to speak on that based on, my last week and a half, they have been really trying to set me up because they know that I'm getting stronger. The Most High has given me more wisdom and discernment. Now, I may not have been using those in my judgment to the best of my ability, but all praise be to the to Yahweh HaMashiach, through the Father Elohim. So one revelation I had been given here was that these persons will use what we call perps, who are part of this community policing, as pawns and slaves. Literally, we know that Satan, Lucifer, they accept and give power to the powers that be, the principalities in high places, through blood sacrifice, right? Ultimately, we know that they would want us to be in jail, in a mental institution, or commit suicide, right? By either committing suicide or through acts of heinous crimes. And so, it led me to believe that, they put a lot of these people's lives in danger daily, right? Because they lie, they spread these lies. 80% of the people are aware because they already work for the craft, through their allegiance, through their associations, through organizations, through workplace, by turning a blind eye, so on and so forth. So a lot of these people are aware of the light we possess, and they see it. So, you also have some people who just don't care. They need money. They already created a debt system. They already create inflation. So it's a cause and effect. So, they'll have the cause, with the whole debt, and the effect will be this psyop here, right? I mean, I shouldn't say a problem and solution fits better. So the problem is debt. The solution is we have these private sector jobs, called community policing, gang stalking, that we can hire applicants for, which to the elites, and I use that in air quotes, they really kill three birds with one stone, because not only do they have these persons who we call perps, these demons, out here working for them under a contract, right? They also have their soul, right? And they have already compromised their soul. And they also, right, depending on the situation, have them sacrificed, depending on the type of person that they send to us. And what do I mean by that? I mean that these persons don't know them from Adam and Eve. They spread these lies and rumors, but a lot of us targets are stubborn. We are strong-willed. We do not back down. We stand firm in what we believe in, and that's felt. So with that saying, if we didn't know we were, and we all were new to the program, But if we didn't know how it worked, if we didn't know that these people were really allowed to do these things with police monitoring, right? Because we know the police monitor every psyop, every trap that they plot for us. Somewhere there's a police officer, a security guard, a handler in the background watching everything in efforts and hopes that it'll go as planned. And in this revelation, it's crazy because these elites will sacrifice these people. Because you have to think, I carry a firearm. They're trying to shut me up. I carry a firearm, and I will defend myself, right? But what I had to come to realize is when the whole neighborhood is against you, your family's against you, then it doesn't really matter what you say. It holds no weight in the court of law. And we know a court is just like a basketball or tennis ball court. That's where they play games at. So it really holds no value, no stature. They don't really care. They create media, the radio, the music, the narrative. So it doesn't really matter, and then the thing on top of that, right, is that the people who are doing the community policing, this would just prove to them the allegations that they've made about us. So, they send these people around you, and these people are banking that they have the protection of the police, and the police are not even protected. Right? So they give them this false sense of confidence, this false sense of entitlement, protection, and they go out here with blind faith in Satan that they can just do whatever they want to do and they won't get hurt. Yet they sign this clause, right, that handbook, community policing handbook, that says clearly that the government is not responsible for any damages done to them or that person or any of their property. Yet these people go out here, right, because then they still say, well, nothing's going to happen to you. We got you. We're going to watch you. You know what I mean? And that's what they're banking on. But these people were literally they're putting them up for slaughter because what if we didn't know? What if we didn't have an idea about this program? What if we didn't know that they were able to set you in certain places and they watch you through your eyes, V2K, and they can try voice of skull, voice of God. They can, try to sway you here and there with an efforts of having people already set up in front of you in your path to disrupt you and distract you. What if we didn't know that? And we just killed these people. Well, that's them killing two birds with one stone. Because not only is the witness, right, the perp, they're killed. They've already been shut up by the contract they signed, but now our whole freedom is in jeopardy. So now that as you hear the plane go over, now they'll actually have both people where they want them. This person is no longer here. They cannot testify. Their family can't sue the federal government because they already have a contract. Now they got us in jail, or did, on the psych ward. They can run those lab tests on us like we're lab rats. They can, starve us. They can do whatever they want to do in their system, right? That's where they will. So it's crazy because they will sacrifice any and everybody just to get to us. That's how important we are. They will sacrifice any and everyone just to get to us. They don't, and it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Because if you think about it, it's like, wow, these people are really out here putting their life on the line for gift cards, gas cards, and all in the name of patriotism. And there's no such thing as patriotism, right? So, and one thing I want to say, that is another thing is like, they also, everything is really a trap, man. There's no such thing as a coincidence. And you really know that now based on their ability to sway your intentions. You may be hungry, may not have made your mind up where you wanted to eat. You get on a social media site, boom, you see an ad for Wendy's. You say, why not? They already know what you like, right? So they're going to put, they already know what you like from that Wendy's. They already know what you like from McDonald's. If you eat this stuff, they know what you like from Ruth Chris. You know what I mean? Although they don't do commercials. So they'll put those chicken nuggets and fries and that milkshake in front of your face. You say, you know what, that sounds good. And then so let's say you're new to the program. You get there, you're like, damn, how do they know it's gonna go to Wendy's? How do you got a whole people around you, they're flooding you, the order's messed up, taking all day with your order, and you ask yourself, well, how did they know? How did they know it's gonna be here? Well, because they enticed you, right, with that ad. I know a lot of us may think something and then we'll see it. I know that happens to me all the time. I'll think about drums or think about a vacation, and then, here comes Spirit Cruise or whatever it's called, or Pearl or something like that, pertaining to what I was just interested in as far as a persuasion. The thing is, they do that with everyone, but it's heightened with us because we cannot be mind controlled. So the average person sees the ad, oh, I was just thinking about that, thinks nothing about it. They don't know anything about the technology. They don't know anything about the psyop, the the neural monitoring. They don't know anything about that. They just say, oh, damn, well, great. I guess we're going to Wendy's. But for us, because we cannot be easily controlled, because we have cognitive thought, critical thinking, because we've been given wisdom and discernment, right? We outsmart the system by far, right? And so one thing I want to say is the Most High brings us back to my recollection is, this world, they depend on being puffed up and hard, and as a man, you got to be this and that, and we know they're feminizing men, so it's really a play on narrative. But in this situation that we go through, I'm realizing that the enemy is mad when we do not do what they expect us to do, when we're not prideful, when we're not boisterous, when we're not egotistical in defending ourselves, when we let the Most High fight that battle, when we use common sense, wisdom, and intelligence, which is very rare, and discernment of a situation, the enemy is actually defeated in that. He's defeated in our retreat, right? Because if we are to engage and be the aggressor, well, then he's already got us. That's where he wants us to be, because then his trap has been set, laid, and has been fulfilled. So, what I was learning from my situation is, I actually won the battle by not feeding into the drama in the way they wanted me to. They were banking on me to shoot this guy. They were banking on me to make a ruckus. They'd already called the police had already been called to my home earlier that week, along with my family. They've already been trying to make this paper trail for me. And I just saw this as an opportunity for them to try to, put the nail in the coffin per se, and then to go forward with allegations that I'm this, crazy, deranged person. And you know that the neighborhood's in on it. So if I would have shot this man and fatally hurt him, right? Well, he's dead. So they ain't got to worry about him because he ain't talking about nothing. The neighborhood, they're going to be in outrage, right? Especially his friends. So then what? Oh, yeah, we've called the police on him several times. All he does is make noise. He carries his gun everywhere he goes. He thinks he's this. He thinks he's that. He's always paranoid. And then my family's going to be like, well, we tried to get him help several times and this and that. That's the plot. That was the whole plan. The whole plan was for me to be egotistical and prideful and for me to hurt this man. And in me hurting him, it may have felt good, but in the long run, I'd be sitting in the jail cell, psych ward. Now they take my guns away from me. If I did get out, being able to prove it, now I can't get a firearm. I'm in the system. Now I really can't get a job. Now they can really watch me. They can really say I'm an aggressor, right? And now they have me right where they want me to, because now, now it looks like I deserve to be harassed. Now it looks like everything they were doing to me was warranted. So there's power in retreat. There's power in retreat. Another thing I want to say in closing is I noticed that the Most High has brought a lot of the 90 generation into the knowledge now. And everyone's talking about, how the air is different. and how a lot of people feel like the end times are now. I definitely believe that those persons who have been waking up recently are here to the end. And that doesn't mean everyone's not here, but I'm just saying, like, the reason why I feel like we are the last generation to be awakened to this mess. I really do, because if you look at it, I've given the world 50, I've given the world like what, 30 years. I hear people saying 10, 15, and scholars of this program, and I was given the benefit of the doubt. I honestly believe that we are going to be here until the great tribulation, until the Most High comes back with vengeance and wrath on this wicked place. I honestly believe it would. I mean, it makes no sense for us to go through this and then to die. It makes no sense. I believe that we are the warriors that the Most High has put into play, because honestly, who are we ministering to? This world is dead. This world is dead. It's not going anywhere. It's not getting any better, right? This world was the same. The Bible says nothing new under the sun. The only thing new is their methods, their tactics, and their way about going through things because of the technology and the lack of brain cells people possess today. I am confident in my belief through Yahweh HaMashiach, through the Father Elohim, that we are going to be here to see terror reign on these idiots. And I'm glad about it. You know what I mean? And the crazy thing is, when I talk to my family, they still think they're going to heaven. Haven, a safe haven is a safe place, haven. They still think they're going to be with the Messiah. My grandmother believes, I don't think she believes it. I think that's what she wants, because she doesn't want to give me justice in validating what I'm saying to her, but she still thinks she's going somewhere. My mom and my dad, they, the preachers, my brothers, in the church, they still think that they're going to be able to put this facade, lie, they justify in their doings, and they honestly believe that they're going to die and meet the Savior. Well, they will, and it'll be to judge, and that's about it. They will see the Messiah to be judged and condemned for the wrong they've done to the righteous, for the turning of the blind eye, and the assistant of Satan. And that's about it. But I'm a believer that they will not dwell in the house of Jerusalem. Right? I'm a firm believer that they will not dwell with anyone but the wicked. So, as you can hear these planes go over my house, that's confirmation, right? So what they don't understand is I use their tactics as confirmation for what the Most High given me. Thank you. I appreciate you for driving over this house, because that's confirmation that what I'm saying right now is all under the will of the Most High Yah. Because what you understand, Satan is not going to mess with anyone who's not a threat. That's why these people talking about, oh, God is blessing me. They're deceived. God blesses the just and the unjust. God created Satan, right? He told Satan, he said, try my servant Job. And the crazy thing about this was, I'm going to say that for another message, but what I'm going to say in closing is, Satan is ignorant enough not to know that the Most High created him, he's the Alpha and Omega. So if he told you to try his servant, he already knew he would win. Duh. Why would the Most High set himself up for failure? That makes no sense. He told Satan to try Lucifer, and he told Satan to try Job, and Lucifer's response was, take his money from him and I bet you he curse you. You don't think the Most High would have built Job strong enough so when they took his money that he wouldn't fail, that he wouldn't shake? These are the people we're dealing with. Shalom.